Instagram. You do your thing while I get ready. What is up, Corona compadres? And welcome to yet another awesome episode of Sit Down Comedy with me, your host, Wayne Stewart. What is up, people? How are y'all doing? Where's Mo? Mo's busy on some serious business. He's busy sorting out some things for President Obanjo. Some business, some serious business, as he is the official ambassador of Laughter Republic. So he asked me to step in and have a word with Mr. President Obanjo. So, Mr. President, I hope you're ready to have a awesome sit-down comedy session with me, your host, Wayne Stewart. Let's have fun tonight, peeps. We're going to have ourselves a good time. But before we kick into this show, I just need you all to know I'm not going to be chilling like Mo, smoking cigarettes and all that jazz. No, I'm not allowed to. I'm in my mother's house. My mother will break me. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to sit and I'm going to drink water. Can't be smoking. I'll end up in serious trouble. So how are you guys doing? Are you all warm? Is it cold where you are? It is biting over here. So Sit Down Comedy came all the way to Secunda this evening. So you guys are in Secunda, the Republic of Secunda for now. We're going to go to the Republic of Laughter just now. So yes, how are you guys doing? Are you well? And welcome. Let's have fun on this here Sit Down Comedy this evening. It's boiling where you at. Jaden, if that is correct. Where are you, Jaden? Because my goodness, it's cold here where I am, bruh. It's cold here in my neck of the woods. So where are you? Where are you at? What's happening? Why is it so hot that side? Are you by a heater or is the weather outside hot? The UK is hot. England, I don't believe. Never. I don't believe. But it's your guys' summer right now, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I would imagine it to be hotter, warmer that side. 30 degrees. Wow. That's reasonable. That is reasonable. That is really reasonable. So, yeah, Durban. I think Durban will always be Durban. Like Durban, there's no time for cold weather in Durban. No, forget about it. Like Durban is Durban, hot, it's cooking over there. I think that Durban weather, like in Durban, do you guys know what winter is? Yes, I understand you'll call it winter, but like you'll know like what cold is. Because I don't imagine it to get cold in Durban. I'm sure there's cold days, but I don't imagine it's like cold throughout winter, you know? But okay, that's just me. I'm not too sure. We'll discuss that later. Because for now, I need to actually bring on the latest TikTok sensation. The latest dictator of the world and of the life. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm, hearty sit-down comedy welcome to His Excellency, Mr. Obanjo, Mr. President. How do you do?
Look, I don't know what has happened here. I was expecting Mo, unless Mo has let himself go, or there's been a coup, or you guys have had some kind of transplant. I wasn't told that it was going to be Wayne, but it's lovely to have you here.
Thank you, Mr. President. It's lovely to spend this hour with you and catch up and just talk about life and how things are happening. You're looking very dashing this evening. Is this a new outfit or is this one of your other outfits?
I just thought I should promote myself now that I have become a viral star.
Yes, sir.
You know, now that I have gone viral, I just thought I needed a new hat and a new uniform.
Okay. No, it looks lovely, Mr. President. I can see that the Laughter Republic is growing, you know, with the outfits, with the new fellowship. So it's going on over there.
It has been an interesting mad week since last Saturday, but you know, we are having fun. We are having fun.
No, that's good. Most I must tell you that he's on very serious business. You know, he's gone out into the public of Zeerust to go and recruit more members for the Laughter Republic, and that's why I couldn't make it this evening. So I hope you don't mind. I'm going to stand in for Mo this evening, Mr. President.
Look, it so happens that it's okay. You can take over from Mo, but for him to say that he has some other business, you see, this is what I don't like about these my ambassadors. They go around on dates. They're supposed to be focusing on political and diplomatic relationships, not diplomatic missions. But it is clear that he's gone on a date. I could tell. My people are spying on him. This is not, you know, because you know we don't. Yeah, honestly, it is obvious that he's out on a date.
Okay. Well, look, I've been to Zeerust, Mr. President, and I realize there's not much going on in Zeerust. So him and his date are probably gone to Nando's or somewhere in the bush. I don't know which one it is.
You have Nando's have Nando's in that area?
Yeah, he's actually got Nando's, but I think that's probably the only restaurant that's worthwhile actually going to go and have a meal at in Zeerust. So I don't know.
At least we've been able to establish that he's out on a date, but it's okay. He's gone hunting. My people say he's gone hunting.
You see, like I see your informants are telling us that he's gone hunting. So yeah, that probably is true because there's a lot of dense bush in Zeerust. So I would imagine him to be out in the bush hunting.
How can a skinny guy like that hunt? Whoever is hunting will hunt.
Look, Mr. President, I think when he does fire the firearm, I think there's got to be at least two people behind him holding him so that he doesn't shoot back with the recoil of the firearm, you know?
I don't understand how Mo can be hunting like that. Very skinny guy, and he will be smoking. You know, yes. He's the hunt. He's the one who's going to be hunted when he arrives in the forest. Those animals will be hunting
without fail. But Obanja, how are you doing, my good man? It's been a while since we've had a chat. How's life on your neck of the woods?
Look, it's been interesting. Something happened a week ago or so that I wanted to share with you because I know lots of people would like to hear it.
Yes, please.
It's been a week of going viral. 4 million views. 4 million. It's unbelievable.
Wow.
1.4 million in TikTok and 2.9 million in Instagram. Yeah. And let me tell you what happened. You see, you know, when things happen in life, it happened to be a day I was in a place called Brighton. I don't know if you know Brighton. It is outside London, and okay. I had a show there, and you won't believe it. It happened to be a show where one person showed up. Only one person. I only had one audience member, honestly. And this audience member basically said he wanted to go ahead with the show. And I said, okay, fine. You want to go ahead with the show? Yes, I'm president. I'm going to behave as if there are several people in my room. If actually, the fact that I only have one person means that all the other empty seats are my enemies. All my enemies, I got rid of them. So they couldn't come to my show. Yes. So we had a brilliant show, but it happened to be a day where the trains in Brighton, from Brighton, can be quite touchy at times. So unfortunately, on that day, I don't know whether you happened in South Africa, a couple decided that they were going to end their lives by committing suicide, by going underneath the train.
Oh,
yes.
Shucks.
Yeah, so that's what happened. So the knock-on effect of that is that the network was messed up. So we couldn't even leave Brighton. So we were delayed because they have to clean the track and they have to do everything else. So I ended up in the train anyway. The train arrived, but it was late. I mean, like 2 hours late. We were packed like sardines. I mean, really, there was no social distancing. It was a classic train service for, if you wanted Ebola, you will get Ebola. If you wanted COVID, you will get COVID on that day.
Yeah.
It was so close.
Yes.
And one of the things I, as a creative, I'm sure it's the same. You get really restless. So after spending like 10 minutes on the train, packed with these people, and everybody was looking miserable, I remembered a joke that I have been performing for 6 years. And it's a fictional joke about a white man sleeping on the train. And when the white man is sleeping on the train, I touch him and he wakes up and I say, welcome to Nigeria. Now, okay. I have said that 6 years, because it's one of my favorite jokes. I just had a light bulb moment and I just thought, wow, what if I could bring this joke to life? What if I could reenact this joke? So I saw the man sleeping with his 2 friends, and I approached his friends and I said, look, I am a comedian. There's a joke. I was like a little child. I said, there's a joke. Apparently there's no sound. People can't hear us, apparently.
I can hear you. Do you have earphones by any chance?
No, I don't have earphones. I'm fine. So maybe there's a problem. Maybe there's a problem with his internet. Anyway, maybe. So all these poor people who like to watch us. Anyway, so anyway, so I spoke to his friends, and his friends said yes, because this guy was sleeping. He was fast asleep. It was obvious that he was drunk. So I explained to them that I had this joke that I have never ever filmed before, that I would like to turn it into a comedy sketch. Do you mind if I do it? And they said, oh, why not? We planned it. We planned it. And I touched him while he was sleeping because he was drunk. And he woke up and I said, welcome to Nigeria. And let me tell you, we were laughing because we shouldn't have laughed, but it was so funny. Everybody on the train was just laughing because they knew what had happened. And I don't know, and we can dissect this. I don't know what he was thinking at the time, but he is a white man. Yes. And there's a black army officer telling you, welcome to Nigeria. And you know you slept in England, and all of a sudden you're in Nigeria. What is going on in your head? Anyway, we started moving. We started moving on the train. I took the video, and then when I got home, I posted it on TikTok. And I have to tell you, within a few seconds, it was I just saw the numbers going up, just going up. And I just thought, it's on TikTok. Let me put it on Instagram. And I put it on Instagram. Now, I have never gone viral before, so this is a first. This is a turning point for my presidency. It is a turning point for my, at least I can put on my flyer, 4 million views.
Gone viral.
Yeah, gone viral. Now, what is really interesting is this. A lot of people, it's even got to a stage where people are actually translating the joke to their language. Yeah, because, exactly. And then I have discovered things about how people feel about Nigeria, because some people are saying, I wouldn't want to wake up in Nigeria. It's a shitty place. To, Nigerians are lovely people. They're really funny. To people actually thinking that the joke was done on a plane. But why would you wake someone up on a plane and packed up like that? So they are interpreting it, and some people don't get the joke. So they're debating it. The more they debate it, the more it goes viral, because I'm not prepared to tell them exactly what. So that has been my week, and it's been crazy. It's been a crazy week. My followers have gone up on TikTok. My followers have gone up on Instagram. I've got people contacting me on web. Then this is what happened. Now that I am a social media influencer.
Sensation.
I get some companies to get in touch with me because they've been writing to me. And I am not joking. There is a company called Smooth My Balls. Smooth My Balls. Yeah, my balls. Smooth My balls. Yeah. It is. what they do, apparently there are men who like to groom themselves underneath.
Okay.
So
Yes.
they are looking for me, a whole president. They want me to be their ambassador to sell these products and tell people. They want me to plug.
Mr. President, I hope you agreed.
So there I was, feeling really excited. I didn't even think about the product. I just thought, yes, I'm now a social media influencer. I now have a company. This is it. This is the turn to my president. Then when I started looking at the products, and I just thought, what? Do these people know who I am? This is an insult. They want me. So
exactly.
There's also one called, there's another product called Pube Minja. So it's not just Pube Minja. So I said, how do you respond? How do you respond to this, Wayne? What an insult. Other presidents are plugging. You know what Obama is doing? He's building his presidential library and he's getting sponsors. He's writing books. He's plugging his books. I am plugging Smooth My Balls. Ridiculous.
Yeah, you see,
ridiculous.
It's tricky business, because here you are, president of Laughter Republic, and now people want you to get involved with the ball grooming businesses. No, that's an insult, Mr. President. That's an insult. I hope you punish them.
No, so I wrote back to him. His name is called Nick, and he might be watching this because apparently they write to so many people. And I said, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? Do you know I have balls of my enemies in the freezer? In the freezer.
You're keeping them on ice.
Keep them on ice. I've not heard from him since. He hasn't contacted me. Nick, the guy called me, has not been in touch with me since.
He's scared. He doesn't want his balls to be on ice, you see. That's why he must have thought, you know what, let me rather leave this alone.
But look, my friend, for me, if that audience member didn't insist that he wanted to watch that show, there's no way I would have then been able to film that comedy sketch, because I'll be rushing to go home. There will be a train delay. So every disappointment is always a blessing. Honestly, I mean, as we speak, as we speak, I get my phone notifications. I know that it's being viewed, and I'm saying to myself, when will this actually stop? When will you stop viewing this? It's like everybody, they just keep doing it. But it's good. It's good for my presidency. It's good for my presidency.
It's most definitely good for your presidency as well as your country. I think Laughter Republic is going to pick up drastically now. I'm sure the application forms are flying in to be a part of the Laughter Republic.
The fact, I jokingly said to my fans, I said, look, now that I have become a viral star and I have 4 million people who have watched me all over the world, I am looking for a venue where I can do my comedy special that will take 4 million people. And people are laughing at me. I am looking for a venue that can take 4 million people. 4 million people in that venue, so I can do my comedy special.
Yes, President, if you get that right, please let us know so that we can make a plan to come and witness that show, because I think that would be something else. Considering the circumstances, that would be brilliant.
Honestly, look, the aim is to have 4 million. Where can I have 4 million people in a venue?
Yes, Mr. President, I'll have to get back to you on that one. I'll have to speak to my resources to see where we can find you this venue. I think even Secunda is too small for 4 million people.
You don't have a stadium? You don't have a stadium in South Africa that can fill 4 million people?
I don't think so, no. I don't know. Like I'm saying, I mean, the town I stay in is probably too small for 4 million people. So you're going to need a venue. Yes, like, I don't know how big this venue is going to have to be, but it's going to have to be massive.
Someone had just said that this is what I said. They said, Mo, you've changed. You've just changed. You look different. Mo, you look really, really different.
Yeah, look, I picked up a bit of weight. I've got a receding hairline. I now wear glasses permanently. But hey, That's what they call aging, I guess.
But you know what gives me great comfort is at least you have lost your braces. You know, because
Yes,
I
you
don't want
count
people
nicely,
thinking.
Tita.
I don't know. I don't want people thinking I'm talking to a 13-year-old. You know.
The president don't talk to 13-year-olds. No, there's people to talk to the 13-year-olds for the president. Yeah, no. And I must say, Mr. President, considering that the braces are gone, these teeth are quite
Yeah.
nice. Eh? Yeah, these teeth are quite nice.
Well, I'm not into teeth, especially man's teeth. I'm not into man, so I can't comment about that. But if it was a female
Yeah,
teeth,
no. Yeah, if it was a woman's teeth, I'm sure you'd have enough compliments.
I will tell you everything you need to know. But on a serious note, it is a lovely feeling. Do you know what it's like to have a joke that you? So what has made me think now is there's so many jokes that I have written, that I have said on stage that I can put into a comedy sketch. You know, and I think there are some TV production companies that do something similar where I don't know whether it's Comedy Central. You have the comic who it says the joke and then they turn it into a comedy sketch. So
yes,
that is a growth area for me. And I'm thinking carefully of all the jokes that I have written over the years.
Most definitely, yes, most definitely. Look, and like you say, I think the fact that you were actually able to bring a joke to life, like literally bring it to life, I think there's no greater feeling than that.
No, look, I feel like I did the Netflix comedy special. That's how I feel.
Yeah, it makes sense. It really does
because
make sense.
Because the thing about it is, my comedy at times is very fictional. I try to go into the fictional world.
Yes.
So for it to come to reality, because it never happened before, that never happened. It was just something I thought of. What would it be like if a black man woke a white man up who was sleeping and told him he was in Africa? So that was so.
Oh no! So what did this? What did this gentleman say after now you pulled this prank on him and you created this joke, you brought it to life? What was his reaction afterwards when he realized, okay, wait, this is somewhat of a joke, etc.? What did he say?
So he was clearly drunk. He was out of it. So when he woke up, he wasn't very conscious. So it was more like he checked his time. The first thing he did was to check his time to see what's going on. Yeah, checked his time. And then when he heard people laughing, I don't think he even realized that people were laughing because he was that drunk. Yeah. And then asked him, I said, "Are you ready to come into Nigeria?" And he said, "Not quite. Not quite. I'm not ready."
He needed some more time just to absorb what was going on.
Yeah, exactly. So for me, I'm still thinking, if that sort of thing happened to me, what would I be thinking? At what point do I become conscious? Because that period that you're being woken up is almost like you don't know where you are. It's like you're in a state of shock, and then it takes a few minutes, and then you relax. I have no idea what he was thinking at the time. But what I do know is that we left him after we filmed, and he just went back to sleep.
He must have thought, maybe if I go back to sleep, I'll wake up in London. He probably thought it was a dream.
And the thing about it is I never got their number or anything. But what was really interesting is his friend was also, one of his friends was also filming him. And like this person called Vettel, who's the eraser, Sebastian Vettel, I think. Okay, so everyone thinks that these are really famous people because they think he is a famous YouTuber, and that Vettel is next to him. So that is also, I think, apart from the fact that it's a funny thing, I would say that, but that is also making it go viral because is that not Vettel? Is that not the famous YouTube? But it is none of them. It's average commuters who I picked on the day.
No, that must have been really something to watch. And I'm sure you had a lot of fun. you know, taking a piss out of this guy, like, yeah, no, like, you say you just went back
But
to
you know what?
sleep.
You know what is really interesting is how people react to comedy, because comedy is subjective. You
Yes.
know, there were some people who took offense and basically said, "Oh, that is bullying because he was sleeping and people were filming him. That was an intrusion of his privacy. That's not fair. I should be ashamed of the fact that I did that."
Yeah. Come on. People are just too sensitive. That's my thing. Like, people are just sensitive for no good reason.
We call them snowflakes. We call them gammons. You know, snowflakes. I don't know whether you use those words in South Africa,
No.
but people are just really sensitive. It's as if you touch them like this, and the whole thing, they just start. You know, it's like they're going to fall. You know, it was really interesting how people could say, "Oh, it is not funny. Oh, why would he do that to him? That is bullying." Oh, and the other thing was, oh, what if he's suffering from some kind of anxiety? And he might be, you know, if he's an anxious person, oh, we could have given him a heart attack.
Ah, come on. Like, seriously. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's humans. That's humans for you.
I tell you what, if he had a heart attack, I will run.
Yeah, I know. Be like, right, guys, cut this recording. I'm out. Yeah, no, but be serious very quick.
Can you imagine? Because where do I stand? I took permission from his friends. His friends said it was okay to do it. I just didn't go do it. I just said, guys, this is what I do. I've got a joke. I think I could do this. I think this could work. And they said, yes, let's go ahead. And they filmed it too. So that was the permission.
Yes. At least you had his friends vote. So that counts. You are
even though I don't believe in the voting process, but when it comes to my comedy, I will let people vote. You know, I just said vote, and they voted.
Yeah. No, that was one for the books. So I'm sure now every day your Instagram account is just numbers of the numbers.
Yeah, now I understand what it is like to go viral.
Yes.
And it is a lovely feeling, but it's also very interesting to see the comments that people are actually making. Because it's now, you know, there's a big following on TikTok. Not that I didn't have the following, but it's increased by 10%. The Instagram too is, and then what is happening? This is what is happening. You see, I've been, you know, I gave up running the country to come and perform comedy in the UK. That is the story. So a lot of people know my journey. So there was this woman who I met in Edinburgh 2 years ago, and she called me out of the blue. I was screaming down the phone and said, "Obonjo, you've made it." I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "You've made it. I've just seen your video." I said, "What video?" I'm saying, "What video are you talking about?" He said, "My son sent me the video of you, that Nigerian prank joke. Oh, I knew you were going to make it." And she was screaming. You know, what is really interesting about this is the joy that came from this woman. The fact you could tell that she is my supporter, not my hater. She was genuinely happy to see that video and say, "Yes, Obonjo, we spoke about this. You see, and you did it. You did it, even though I haven't got my Netflix yet. But you did it. You did it. You've done it. You've done it."
Yes. No, and I think it's really, and I think it's also very heartwarming to see, you know, like your supporters and your followers and your fans like reaching out and being like, "Finally, yes, you've made it, you've done it, well done." You know?
Yeah, I thought you were going to say that it is really interesting and fascinating to see an old man do this.
Look, when it comes to age, you can reach your success at any age. I mean, there's KFC, Colonel Sanders, 60 years plus, he made it. So
I have a favorite joke where I say I am the Morgan Freeman of the comedy industry. The Morgan Freeman of the comedy. Because Morgan Freeman, you know, yeah, he didn't make it until the age of 40, I think almost 50, 60 before he made it. If you read his story. And there are lots of KFC didn't make it until the age of 70.
Yes. Morgan Freeman, like you say, I don't ever remember Morgan Freeman acting in a movie as a young man. Like Morgan Freeman,
No,
he's a pali, he's an old man in
no,
all movies.
yeah, it was just we just found out that there was a black god, and
Yeah.
a
He
black
put the
god.
world on its head.
Yeah, exactly. But it just,
No.
look, my friend, look, especially for all those uh, younger comics, I don't know it all, but what I do know is this: uh, never give up. Perseverance is very, very important, and
Most definitely.
and try not to compare yourself with other people in terms of their path, because we all have different paths. But the key
Yes.
thing is for you to never ever give up. Just keep at it, keep going, and keep believing. If you believe in yourself, even no matter how people see you, if you see yourself as this is what I want to do, and this is how long it's going to take.
Yes. No, definitely. I think perseverance and consistency definitely will help you get to where you want to be without fail. I know it's a long road, Mr. President. It's a long road, but
Look,
with that perseverance, you'll get there.
I call my comedy career a Mugabe comedy career. Mugabe comedy career.
It's been taking some
Yeah,
time.
yeah, it's taking a while. At one point,
I like that.
at one point, my mom said to me, look, it is enough. It is enough. You have done it. You have done it. It is enough. Maybe you should go and see a doctor. Go and see a doctor to check you out properly.
Yeah.
Because
just to make sure everything's working out.
yeah. So to make sure everything is actually working out. And then the next thing was because I wrote to her and I said, "You won't believe it, Mom. I've gone viral." I said, "What is viral?" So I
she must have been confused. What is viral? Don't tell me you're sick or you're fine.
Because my mom is over 70, and she'll say, "What is viral? What do you mean by viral?" I said, "Mom,
Yes.
I am now a social media influencer." She said, "What's it that?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "I had 4 million views." So 4 million views. Yeah. So where's the cash? Where's the money?
Yeah, she's not worried about the 4 million views. She worried about the 4 million pounds.
Yeah, exactly. She just didn't understand. But she said, yeah, she was happy. She said, yeah, perseverance. Very, very important. So good. Oh, good.
Most definitely. But President Obonja, I wanted to ask you, so now the way forward, are you going to continue making these skits, or are you just going to continue with your normal way of means of posting? What's the way forward now? Because now you're an influencer. Now we got to get the advice now.
Yeah. I'm the brand ambassador for Smooth My Balls. I'm the brand ambassador. Look, I genuinely think, because I never used to do content seriously. I always believed that the way you could do your comedy is on stage, and it's only as a result of the pandemic that I started. The pandemic forced me to do content.
Yes.
And started doing videos. So I think for me, the learning point from the pandemic is never put your eggs in one basket. You have to diversify. Yeah. So you perform on stage, but you do other things. You do your content, because you never know. Because look, how long would it take me to have 4 million people watch my set, watch me live?
Yes,
how long would it
live.
Have yeah, how long would it have taken me?
Yes.
I probably would have been dead. I probably would have been dead. Seriously.
Yeah. Yes. How
many gigs would I have to do to get 4 million people to see me perform? Unless I did a Netflix, and it was a Netflix that went, top number one Netflix. It's impossible. Yes. So what this has made me realize is that you've got to diversify and look at other areas for your comedy, because 4 million people have seen me. They've never ever seen me perform, but they're now going to watch my videos, my comedy set, and they know I'm a comedian. So and actually what I did was I did an edit of when I delivered the joke on stage, and then the comedy sketch. So it's all in one. People can see the journey. They can just see the journey.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So that's the plan. So you ask me, what does this mean? I'm just going to do more. I will still perform on stage, but I won't be waiting to perform on stage. I got lots of jokes that I can turn into a comedy sketch. I just need to think about it. Yeah, because you want to hit it and hit it nice. And then the learning point is quick and fast, isn't it? I don't know if you've seen the video, but it's very, very quick. Not more than 30 seconds. Boom. Straight to the point. Boom. Done.
Yeah. No, I do think definitely diversifying is the way forward. And a lot of comedians, I've noticed while in South Africa, a lot of comedians they're fighting it. No, why must I go online, and why must I, talk to my phone, and why must I make videos? Because that's the way the world is going right now, and you got to jump on a bandwagon. There's no choice.
I said this. I can't remember who I said it to, but I said what will happen is you will have a hybrid of comedy, where you have live audiences who still want to see live comedy, and they enjoy it. Yeah, but what the pandemic has done as well is that there are some clubs that are not inclusive. So if you're a disabled person, you cannot go to a club unless they have disabled facilities. Yes. So all of a sudden, because of the pandemic, you've been able to discover comics. You can sit down half naked in your house, in your living room, and you can watch Wayne from Secunda, performing. Yeah, exactly. You don't have to leave your house. So my advice to all comics is, if you don't change and adapt your strategy, you're just going to be left behind. You will be left behind. No, honestly, you will be left. At times I wish I had done more content, because I have to say to you, I frowned upon having content online, like comedy sketches, or not have done anything today, what I call the Instagram comedians. However, they've got a big following. They've got a large following of people, and I'm sure in time they can sell out shows. So, and what this comedy sketch, the first one that I've done that's gone viral, is that people have this on their phone. People are sharing this all over the world. All of a sudden, people know that there's a president called President Obanjo. How many gigs, Secunda? I said Secunda, you're not Secunda. How many gigs? How many gigs would I have had to do? Hybrid is the future. How many gigs? Oh, seriously. How many gigs do you do a year? And how many people see you?
Exactly. Yeah. Sorry?
And the other thing about this hybrid thing is, I'm sure it happens in every country. You have a comedy industry, but you also have what we call gatekeepers. So if the gatekeepers don't let you in, the way you can deal with this is do your content. I mean, those million views, I haven't had to go through a gatekeeper to get them. They just discovered me, and boom. So I have bypassed the gatekeepers, and everybody's talking about, the comedy sketch.
Most definitely. And it's true what you're saying, with the gatekeepers, because these people have the upper hand because they've been running this gig for maybe 5 years, and they know all the comics and they know all the big names. So that's trying to figure it out or starting out, as a like for me as a young comic, I get the loose end of the stick because now no one knows me. But like you're saying now, your online content is actually now opened up a whole new dynamic to your comedy and to your work and to everything. So it's brilliant.
Thank you. It's about time. Like I said, Mugabe presidency.
No,
the best way to explain it is I started doing comedy with a full 32 teeth. Yeah. Now I've lost 4 of it.
So you counting? So you measuring your comedy with the teeth? It's like, all right,
Yeah,
we had
the comedy.
22. It's 4 down.
Now 28,
Well,
man.
I still got all my teeth, so that tells you how young I am in comedy.
And I had this running joke. I always said to myself that if the stage thing, if I continue to do comedy and then my face starts to collapse, then I will focus on radio. Because I just because nobody.
And you had the perfect face for radio.
Yeah, perfect face for radio. Yeah.
So I would assume in the UK that radio DJs are also not the best looking people, because it was a joke. It's always been a joke, but sometimes you see a radio DJ and you're like, yeah, hey, this joke is actually a fact. It's no more just a joke, it's a fact that radio DJs are
Yeah, well, I can't tell, but I just know that it's like you saying you're a comic and you want to be on TV. And we know that TV industry loves younger people.
Yes.
It's a known fact, so if your face is collapsing,
you're not going to make it in a hurry.
TV is not for you. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not like, no, seriously, it's not like you can do a Michael Jackson where you have plastic surgery. You may, just reduce everything, but yeah.
The problem is, as the aging process goes, if you do stuff like Michael Jackson, your face is just gonna like sag way more than it actually should if it sag naturally. So yeah, let's run.
But if I did a Michael Jackson, at least I could use my face as a joke.
Yeah, that's also another way of looking at it.
Imagine if Michael Jackson was a comedian.
Oh yeah, no, that would be funny. That would be funny.
It would be really fun.
I wanted to ask you, how's things, ever since now, they've lifted, I would say, the lockdown, what do they call this, rules, regulations in the UK? Is it looking better in terms of comedy, or is it still a struggle? Are people still a bit scared?
That is a touchy subject, because the Prime Minister has just recently made an announcement that, because originally he said 21st of June is when the restrictions will go away so that the country can be open. Now he's just made an announcement. Do you know what the British people are calling 21st of June? They're calling it Freedom Day. Freedom Day. Freedom Day. I don't think they know what freedom. They don't know what freedom is. That's what the British people are calling 21st of June. They don't have no idea. They just, Freedom Day, freedom.
They don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know.
They don't know what freedom is. But you know what freedom is. They are calling.
Yes.
The fact that the government is asking them to restrict themselves, that they've taken away their free, they have no idea. But anyway, so the Prime Minister made an announcement that he's delaying Freedom Day to the 19th of July.
They must be upset. They must be so upset.
Oh! So, look, so someone wrote on Twitter and said, we are going to go to war!
They want to go to war just because of Freedom Day. They're taking chances.
Yeah, we want to go to war. I said, I wrote to him, I said, do you know, can you please enlighten me? Do you know the meaning of war? Why do you want to go? I am aware of countries going to war against each other, but for someone to want to go to war against their government because they're extending
the regulations. Nah, these British people are not serious.
They're not serious. So I'm sure they're protesting right now. So what is happening is they love protest. They love protest in this country. Protest.
Yes.
They will protest on the streets, and then they'll go on their keyboards and shout, "Oh, Boris Johnson is useless!"
They must come to South Africa. We'll teach them how to protest.
Yeah, they make me laugh. So he's extended it to the 19th of July. And because what happened is, it's as if COVID is having babies. I don't know in your country, but In England,
Ooh, it's going on the same.
Yeah, but what's happening is they keep giving the new variants names. So there was the Kent variant, and now they've called it the Indian variant. Now the Indian variant is the one that arrived in the UK, and apparently is really, really deadly. So people are now saying, why did you not stop the borders? Why didn't you put India on the red list? And there was no way he was going to put India on the red list, because India is a strong economic power. And
Yes.
you know, Britain is very hungry at the moment because they left Europe. So they want trade deals all over the country,
Yes.
you know, everywhere. So, you know, it's all political. You know, you don't have to be a leader to understand what is going on here. Anyway,
Yes.
India is now on the red list, but they've left it so late that the Indian variant is really spreading, and it's deadly, more deadly than the other variants.
Sure. So you mean to say that now, you know, COVID is picking up again in the UK. What season are you guys in right now?
Well, it's summer.
It's summer.
Yeah.
Okay. No, because like we've approached winter, and like COVID is knocking South Africa like left, right, and center. It's going on over here. I don't think we'll get new restrictions. I think that you know, they'll probably just come up with different ways of slowing us down. But I don't think we're gonna go into like a hard lockdown or whatever again. Nah, South Africa. Nah.
So, but the people in Britain, they are ready. Like I said to you, they are ready for war. They are ready. They really do mean business. They are not happy. So what's happening in the comedy industry is comedy is still going on. There are live performances, but if you were a venue that had 80 people as your full capacity, now you're down to 40. Yeah, you can't have more than 40 people in your room. And then there are some outdoor gigs, but the industry that's affected is the theater. The theater are really, really, yeah. So there's some of my people are saying they're very angry with Boris Johnson. Yeah. So
they're very angry.
You know, because they wanted that
What's
freedom
up,
day.
Corona compadres?
Mr. President, please tell him whatever you want to tell him right now. Now's your chance.
My honor, hold on before you behead me, Mr. President. I, your honorable and loyal ambassador, just come here to tell you that I've silenced the rebellion that has taken place. From now on, the northernmost part of Southern Africa is loyal to your rule. I swear this. I swear this on my blade, Mr. President. I swear this on my blade. After what I have done in your name, they have now named me Osama Savimbi.
I am going to say this in front of the world, because right now there are 4 million people watching us. Even though it says 8 people, there are 4 million people watching us. I did not send you on any errand whatsoever. My people tell me that you have been on a date. You have been on a date.
Mr. President, your president, my president, your people are jealous of my undying loyalty to you. They want to overthrow you. That is why they were part of the rebellion. I took it upon myself as an ambassador, and I made a call to make sure I silence those that do not bend the knee. I mean, come on. I'm the dragon breath, you know what I mean?
Look, you are really taking this far, because I think we might end up being the first live Instagram video that they cut off, because you know they
we'll end up in trouble.
But Mo, it is good to see you, because you didn't tell me that you weren't starting the show. So when I saw Wayne, I thought, geez, Wayne, Mo, you have put on weight. What's happened to you? You have to it is good. We don't see your braces anymore. That is good, because I thought 13-year-old.
Oh, I see. Mr. President, you thought I grew up so fast. My hairline started receding. The braces were gone. Everything just happened.
Don't even start to me, Mo. Don't even start to me. I damage this live.
Look. I don't know, but I was really shocked. I said, geez, there is lockdown and there is lockdown. Look at Mo. Look at what happened to him. When did I speak to him? that he turned into this big, what is his name now? I'm trying to remember his name now. Lionel Richie. Lionel Richie kind of guy.
I see you got jokes.
Mr. President, but like your informants were informing you things, my spies also told me that you guys shared many a word about me, in your honor, of course, Wayne, in terms of speculation. Yeah. I just want to say, Mr. President, our proudest achievement in where I am from, the northernmost part of Southern Africa, is that Nando's. Let me just put that out there.
Yes, I didn't know that you guys had Nando's. One of my followers here said you probably were in the forest hunting for chicken. And then we said that we thought that it won't be you hunting the chicken. The chicken will be hunting you because you are so thin that, you know, they would want you.
I see. So what happened was the chicken thought I was a big rooster. And
Yes.
We were winging around.
Yeah. How was your date?
Yeah,
my date with what? The chicken. With the chicken.
Well, if you want to call out chicken, that's fine, but
Wow. Let's just say it was oily.
we have Jaden here who's saying he's half Zimbabwe, so I'm also African. Welcome, Jaden.
Welcome.
You've got three Africans here talking everything that we need to talk about.
Talking from 3 different parts of the world. Yes, Mo, you in a different parts of the world, bruh. You are not in South Africa.
No. We are all representatives of the Laughter Republic. Tell him, Mr. President, what is this?
We're joining Laughter Republic.
But tell me, Mr. President. Firstly, let me apologize, but I don't think Mr. Stewart left any ill impressions. I'm sure he handled this exceptionally well. But tell me, Mr. President, how does it feel to be a worldwide sensation, please?
It is a fantastic feeling. You know, I said to Wayne that I describe my comedy journey like being like President Mugabe, you know, where you don't want to leave, but you keep grinding and grinding and grinding and grinding. It is a fantastic feeling. I still haven't, I'm still trying to, you know, understand, you know, because,
grasp it.
Yeah, how it all happened, because it was just, I won't say it was sheer coincidence, but what happened on that day, which I explained to Wayne, you know, it's just really interesting. It's been fantastic. It's something I would recommend to everybody. Everybody needs to do something. Go and do a content and see how it will change your comedy perspective. Really, really
Everybody
important.
needs to go viral.
Yeah, you need to go viral. You need to go viral. That's what you need to do.
You know, Mr. President, when I was speaking to you in the week, the one day you told me, Mo, I got 600,000 views. 5 minutes later, I got 1.5 million views. The next day, Mo, I got 2 million views on TikTok alone. Next day, I got 4 million views on this platform. So tell me, Mr. President, when do you think, or rather, when do you think that this hype, this rise rather, will end? Because it's definitely still going up, right?
It is still going up. And that is what I thought. I was thinking, oh, when is this actually going to end? And I think it will never end. It will be there. And this is what is really interesting. Anyone who sees that video, anyone who catches the train and sees someone sleeping will always remember the joke. I genuinely think, yes. And I genuinely think more that what will happen is people will be tempted to do a similar video. To remake it, to do the Bonjo challenge. Yeah. I genuinely think even if it's fake, I genuinely think that there are people who are going to. For me, I said to Wayne that people are debating not just the joke, but trying to understand whether it's really a joke or what happened behind the scenes. So you were in here, we were talking about some people are wondering, why would you want to go to Nigeria? Because Nigeria is not a great place to go to. Was there bullying? Did you bully the guy? It's not right for you to do this. You might have anxiety. You know, all sorts of things people are talking about. And the more they comment and start debating, oh, did it happen? Is it on a plane? Some people actually think that happened on a plane, that it was filmed on a plane. I mean, how can it be filmed on a plane? You saw how packed up we were. Why would I be standing up? It's not like I'm the pilot or the steward.
The steward.
Why would you want to crack that kind of joke on the plane? But people think it's on the plane. So that's causing a debate. People are also seeing it as like racism. You know, a black man is waking up a white person. You know, how can you? So it's causing a lot of.
No,
I don't think
Mr. President, that's not racism. That's reclamation. Minor difference, man. But look. Let me point out something. Look, you were saying this would be a trend, the Obonjo challenge. I think that's what it's called now, the Obonjo challenge. If we had trams in South Africa, I would go to somebody in the train and be like, "Welcome to Iraq." I think
you know, I was thinking along the lines that, okay, I did that to a white person. Can you imagine if I did that to a black person?
Oh, they would have lost their mind. They would have lost their mind. You know what train did I get on?
No, Mr. President, do you think they would have freaked out more than the white dude? Or less?
No, I think it would have turned into a fight.
Yeah, most definitely. Like, nah. There's no chance.
No. Honestly, I think it would have turned into a big fight.
Really?
Yes.
Why don't you, Mr. President? Why don't you do a part 2, whether it goes viral or not, just for the social experiment?
Yeah, I will.
Just
I will do a
happens.
part 2. Yeah. It's on my plan. You know, but I'm not thinking about it. It has to be. But this is the thing. How many? It's really interesting. You don't have trains in South Africa, but I have never seen a black person. I have never seen a black person sleep on the train.
That's too risky. Too risky.
In South Africa, we could do it on a bus, but here's the thing, Mr. President. On the bus, you got your bag in the one hand, you're hugging it. If you're sleeping on the bus, you're hugging your bag. Because in South Africa, we don't play games. We'll steal your shit here. We don't play games. And in the other hand, you got your knife, just like this. So in South Africa, you would have probably got stabbed for tapping the dude's hand.
Yeah. So can you see where I'm coming from? So because it would have been a case, probably that person wouldn't have found it funny if it was a black person. I don't know. I just feel the reaction would be different. It would be different.
I feel like you can only do this shit in a first world country. Don't try that shit in a third world country.
Get away with it untouched. All right, Mo. You done with your questions now? I'm the host of the show.
Done.
I'm letting you
Let me go. Thank you, sir.
Bonjo, and then we're gonna wrap this up. Mo, thank you for coming through to say what's up. Take it easy. Cheers.
He's still out on a date. That's Nando's.
He's still out on a date. I think his date was sitting there somewhere also. I was like, no, Mo, you can't get carried away. This is mine and President Obonjo show now.
But that is really an interesting discussion we had. If it was the other way around.
Yes, no, definitely. And I do think, like you're saying, I do think that a black person would have taken it totally different. Regardless of the circumstances, because of that whole initial shock. I think there would have been like, no ways. There's no ways I'm in Nigeria. No ways. No. That was definitely one for the books. And I'm actually happy it went viral because, like I say again, being able to make a joke literally come to life. Come on. That deserves a standing ovation.
Thank you. But it's that. Yeah. We'll see what happens. But there's still lots of jokes. Even this could be like I said. I think eventually other people will be tempted to do it because if you've seen the video and you see someone sleeping, you want to do it. Some people might even pretend and do it. Yeah, you'll be yeah.
Be like,
And
ah,
you do this.
let's go for it. Let's go for it. But Mr.
Crazy.
President, it's been really lovely catching up with you this evening. I definitely
Thank you,
need to
Mo.
have you on my show again. um,
How's your show going? How's your show going?
it's going good. I've had a few battles here and there with, technical difficulties and challenges. But the show must go on, as we say. The show must go on. It's not going to stop the show.
Look, don't let those are just distractions. Stay focused and
Yes.
just continue. I like the format. I enjoyed myself. We really had fun.
Oh yes, today's show was really lovely. And ladies and gentlemen, please do follow President Obanjo, our latest hit sensation in the comedy world.
4 million, rising. 4 million, rising.
4 million and rising. That's the only way we know how. 4 million and rising. President Obanjo, thank you so much for coming through this evening. It was a pleasure and an honor speaking to you, and I wish you all the best with your future ventures.
Look, Mo, not Mo, Wayne. It's always a pleasure. I genuinely like the idea that I'm connecting with comics all over the world. So
Yes.
Secunda, we need to find, your task is for us to build a stadium in Secunda where I can come and perform comedy. Because I can't do small venues anymore. I'm a 4 million man.
You're
Big stadium, man. Big stadium.
Yes.
Big.
No, I'm gonna work on it, Mr. President. And once I've got it, I'm gonna let you know.
Yes. How big is your stadium in South Africa? Do you know?
I don't know how big the biggest stadium is in South Africa. I think, like I say, I've got to go do my homework. But once I've done my homework, I'm gonna let you know, because we need to host 4 million people here in South Africa so that we can have your show.
Yeah, 4 million, not more than. But you never know; it might even rise to 6 million by the end of the week. But yeah,
the more the
4
merrier.
million would be.
The more the merrier.
Thank you,
President
Thank you so much.
Obanjo, enjoy the rest of the evening and take care, my man. All the best.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Cheers. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That was President Obanjo from the Laughter Republic. The man's recently gone viral, and as you can see, he's got a certain glow about him. I think that's what happens when you hit 4 million views. You start, getting a certain glow, certain flavor. You know what I'm saying? So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you'll enjoy this sit-down comedy with me, your host, Wayne Stewart, for this evening. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. And I think I should actually host sit-down comedy every now and then. Yeah, it was really fun. It's really fun being the face of sit-down comedy this evening. So, in the infamous words of Mo Latif, Corona compadres, enjoy your evening. Take care. Keep warm. And just be safe, guys. COVID is on the rise. Things are going crazy. So yeah, just be safe. Look after yourself. Look after your loved ones, those around you. Let's look after each other. Let's take it easy and do the right thing. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host for this evening, Wayne Stewart, and this is me signing out of Sit Down Comedy. Enjoy. Take care. Cheers.